Bonjour everyone, I'm Swag Kirby, and today we're going to be taking a look at my digital Nintendo collection. Now, if you don't know, growing up, I had a lot of gaming cartridges, but I constantly lost them. And it was really annoying because I couldn't find them and I never had my save files anymore. So I decided to go mostly all digital. And right now, I'm going to show you my digital gaming collection, starting with my 3DS. Now, I don't have a capture card for this, so I'm going to be showing it to you here with the IV cam that my friend Tabitha graciously informed me about. So we're going to start with, I have two different layouts. The one I'm going to show you is sorted by series, starting with the crossover games folder. Now, this was just Smash Brothers. When I was setting this up, this was just Smash Brothers on here. But then the Nintendo Badge Arcade came out. And I made like a whole folder for like crossover games. Well, obviously Smash Brothers is Smash Brothers. I was so hyped when this came out because, like, Super Smash Brothers on a portable handheld was just, like, so unreal, and it was really exciting for me. I just remember I would go around the school, my high school senior year, and I would always, like, make Miis of everybody and put them in Smash Brothers. And then this game, next up, is the Nintendo Badge Arcade. As you can see, I really like the Nintendo Badge Arcade, and I'm kind of sad that they stopped shuffling badges because there were some that I missed that I wanted. But I got most of the ones I wanted, and my folder is decorated, or my home menu is like littered with badges, as you can see. And then this one I picked up recently, Ultimate NES Remix. It's like a bunch of NES games with, like, it's kind of like WarioWare, but not really. Kirby's Adventure is one of them, and that was one of the big selling points for me. Next up is the Pokemon folder. If you don't know, I really like the Pokemon series. It's got Mimikyu on it because Mimikyu is my favorite Pokemon. So starting off the list is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I grew up with Gen 3, so I remember when this got announced I was really excited, and the original Sapphire was one of my first Pokemon games. So I was super glad that it got a remake. And I originally had this one on a cartridge, but I downloaded it on the eShop and transferred the save data, so now I have it here. And similarly, I also had Pokemon Ultra Moon on. I also used to have this on a cartridge, but I transferred the save data. This was actually my final eShop purchase before it shut down. And then next, obviously, we have Pokemon Bank and Poketransporter for all of... I'm lucky enough to have gotten this because I have a lot of Pokemon games and I like to transfer Pokemon. We got the Virtual Console Gen 1 and 2 games, Pokemon Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal. And then we got Pokedex 3D and Pokedex 3D Pro. Pokedex 3D actually got delisted once Pokedex 3D Pro came out, so I downloaded it back in the day. It was like one of the first eShop... It was like the first original eShop game available, and I was really excited because I really wanted to see the models of the Gen 5 Pokemon, and these are the same models used in the first Black and White opening, which is pretty cool. And then Pokedex 3D Pro, I was even more excited because it had all the Pokemon. But I liked seeing these, like, remodeled versions of, like, a lot of the animations from Stadium and Coliseum and XD. And then the Rumble games, Rumble Blast and Rumble World. I definitely prefer Rumble World over Rumble Blast. I played that a lot more. Pokemon Dream Radar, which is a way to catch new Pokemon and transfer them to Black 2 and White 2. Pokemon Art Academy, which is a neat little drawing game. The 2 Mystery Dungeon games, Gates to Infinity and Super Mystery Dungeon. I cleared... I've gotten pretty far in Super Mystery Dungeon, but I never cleared it because I got stuck on a boss and the starters I was using were kind of not the best for it. And then Pokemon Battle Trose and Pokemon Shuffle. Ironically, I played the mobile version of Pokemon Shuffle more, which is, I say ironically because I mostly prefer console gaming over mobile gaming. And like all my progress was in that one, and unfortunately you can't save it. So I don't have Mimikyu and Ditto are like only available through events in this game. So I have them in the mobile game, but not in this one. This is Pokemon Picross. I could never really get the hang of Picross, but I would definitely love to learn it one day because I do know that Ditto is in this game. There's a Ditto Picross puzzle, so I'm excited to use that. And then Detective Pikachu, which was an interesting game. Like, there's never been any Pokemon game like it, so like I thought this was an interesting one. And plus it had Mimikyu in it, and that makes me happy. The Detective Pikachu movie was like very different from the Detective Pikachu game, but it was still a great movie nonetheless. And then the Virtual Console spin-offs, the Trading Card Game and Puzzle Challenge. I'm still upset that Pokemon Pinball didn't get a Virtual Console release, but let's hope it gets one for Nintendo Switch Online. And then Kirby games! Yay, Kirby! I love Kirby. We got Triple Deluxe, obviously one of my favorite Kirby games. Triple Deluxe was a lot of fun. I remember being so excited when this came out, but so angry because we had to wait 5 months after Japan got it. And then the 2 eShop games, DDD's Drum Dash and Kirby Fighters. I definitely played DDD's Drum Dash Deluxe more, but I wish it had more to it. Or if it would get a sequel the same way Kirby Fighters did. And then Kirby Planet Robot, which is one of, if not the greatest Kirby games of all time. Like, everything about it is wonderful. Like, the story, the Robobot armor, the characters, the ability selection. They brought the mirror back. Overall, it's just so good, and if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. And then the 2 spin-offs, Team Kirby Clash Deluxe and Kirby's Blowout Blast. I played a lot of Blowout Blast. Blowout Blast was actually really fun. It was the first Kirby game to be in 3D, even before Forgotten Land. And, the sound effect when the stars hit the enemies and you get all the scores it's just so damn satisfying. Kirby Battle Royale, which is a game that I've told multiple people exists. Like, this game, not a lot of people knew that this game existed. Like, people have mentioned, like, a joke for a Kirby Battle Royale game, and I had to inform them that Kirby Battle Royale is an actual game that exists, except it's not a Battle Royale game. It's a minigame collection with a banger soundtrack, including one of the best versions of DDD's theme. And then Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn, which is the final first-party Nintendo 3DS game. Like, Kirby's Epic Yarn on the Go is fine, but, like, I kind of wish this either came out on Switch or came out earlier. Like, if this came out, like, around the time Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D did, then I think it would work better. Or if it was on Switch, then it would have the multiplayer feature. And then the Virtual Console and retro stuff, I got Kirby's Dream Land and Kirby's Adventure. When I was getting into the franchise, these were 2 of the first games I played, and they're the first 2 Kirby games ever, so I got to start with these 2. My first Kirby game was Superstar Ultra, but, like, I started really getting into Kirby, like, around the time the 3DS came out. And then Kirby's Pinball Land, Kirby's Dream Course. They're good games, but, like, I never really played much of them because they're kind of frustrating for me. Kirby's Dream Land 2, which I never cleared on this, but I have cleared on Nintendo Switch Online. Kirby's Block Ball, on the other hand, Kirby's Block Ball is my favorite of the Game Boy spin-offs. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. And Kirby's Star Stacker. This one's good too, but the Super Famicom version is better. And I'm really upset that Nintendo won't release that one overseas. To this day, they would rather release Avalanche because that's the one that people grew up with and not Superstar Stacker. So I would love to see a Superstar Stacker Western release, especially since they actually were going to localize it. It was too late in the SNES's life cycle. And then Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, which I recently found out that I was part of the 3DS Ambassador program. Like, if you bought the 3DS before the first price drop, you got 10 free NES games and then 10 Game Boy Advance games, which they never released to the public because, like, they ran natively instead of were being emulated. So, like, they released them on Wii U instead. And that always kind of bothered me because I want Game Boy Advance games on Virtual Console, but I didn't like the idea of being stuck at home to play them. As you can see, this is Mario 3D Land. I got Super Mario 3D Land. This is Super Mario 3D Land, and then New Super Mario Bros. 2, which I unfortunately didn't get all the DLC for this one, so, and I never can get it because the eShop shut down. And Super Mario Maker 3DS, I never really played this one as much as the other ones, but it's fine, it's solid. Mario Kart 7. Dr. Mario Miracle Cure, which I definitely played a lot of this one. And then Puzzle and Dragons, Mario. I only played the Mario part, I never played the regular part. And then the Mario and Luigi games. I got Dream Team, I got Paper Jam, I got Superstar Saga and Bowser's Minions, and I got Bowser's Life Story and Bowser Jr.'s Journey. I only played, like, of these, I've only played Paper Jam, but I would like to try these in the future. I just finished Superstar Saga on Nintendo Switch Online, so I'd love to see Bowser's Minions. And then I got the Mario Party games, Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, and Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I have the Wii U and 3DS versions of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, but I never actually... But I don't have the Switch version, ironically. Here's Mario Sports Superstars. I played a bit of this. Photos with Mario, which is like a neat little tool to take AR photos. Mario Party Star Rush Party Guest, which I think I got this because, like, it unlocks free stuff in the regular game. And then my Virtual Console stuff, Mario Brothers, Wrecking Crew, Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, the Mario Land games, Mario's Picross, NES Open Tournament Golf, Super Mario Kart, Super Circuit, Game Watch Gallery, Dr. Mario, Game Watch Gallery 2 and 3, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, and then some DSiWare. We got Dr. Mario, Mario Cement Factory, and then the Clock and Calculator. These are all the Mario spin-offs. WarioWare Gold, I don't know why, I just can't stop going back to this one. Like, I spent, like, so much money on so many 3DS games, but I keep going back to this one. It is so addicting. It's honestly the definitive WarioWare, even more than Get It Together on Switch, because that one has, that one has the characters. I think it's more fun, like, directly. And then the OG WarioWare, which I also got from the Ambassador program. We got some DSiWare, WarioWare Snaps, Bird and Beans, Paper Airplane, and then the Wario Land games, which I haven't played much of. I would like to play these in the future. And 3. And then here is one of Wario's greatest achievements, Wario Land 4 on Virtual Console Ambassador program. And then Wario's Woods, which is an interesting little puzzle game. It's the final first-party NES game. It's where Wario like attacks Toad and he has to solve puzzles. In the Yoshi games, there's only 4 on the system. Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World. Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World is probably my favorite Yoshi game because I loved Yoshi's Woolly World, but you could also craft your own Yoshi, so playing as like a Yoshi based on Danny DeVito was a lot of fun. And then the Yoshi NES puzzle game made by the Pokemon devs. This is the Game Boy Advance remake of the SNES Yoshi's Island. Here's Donkey Kong Country Return 3D. Like, I have one Donkey Kong. There's one Donkey Kong original, or not. No, I'm wrong actually. All the other Donkey Kong original 3DS games are like the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, but like here's Donkey Kong, and then my Virtual Console retro stuff, Donkey Kong 3, Donkey Kong Country. And then here are the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. Minis on the Move, Tipping Stars, Amiibo Challenge, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I put them here instead of the Mario folder because, like, the Mario folder got too big. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and DSiWare. And then the class of 1986, which is, Kid Icarus, Kid Icarus Uprising, which is an amazing 3DS game. I slept on this when it came out, but I played it like later on, and it is one of my favorite 3DS games. And we got the OG Kid Icarus and Of Myths and Monsters, and then Zelda games. I never got like super into Zelda, but like I got like most of the Zelda games on 3DS because I wanted to get them before the eShop shut down. I got Link Between Worlds. This one was a My Nintendo reward. It's not there anymore after the eShop shut down, but I managed to get it. It's another P-Cross game. I'm still honestly salty that I missed out on the WarioWare touched downloadable version. Here's Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3D. And some Virtual Console games. Adventure Link, Link's Awakening, the Oracle games, Minish Cap. This one I actually started. And then this was also delisted eventually, but I got this one like back in the day. And then Metroid, which is a franchise. Another franchise that I never got super into, but like I just heard Metroid Samus Returns is one of the best 3DS games, so I got it. And then Metroid, the OG Metroid, Fusion, and Metroid 2. And then the other Nintendo games I got Animal Crossing. I feel so bad for these villagers because like I stopped playing this when New Horizons came out. And then this one, I have yet to play this one, but sounds interesting. And then the Clock and Calculator DSiWare. Then the Box Boy series, which is like a neat little series of puzzle platformers made by the Kirby devs. I never got like far in them, but they're pretty cute. This one right here has actually has Kirby costumes if you scan the Kirby amiibo. And then the Pushmo series, which I started playing recently, is an interesting little series of puzzlers. And then Shantae. We got Pirate's Curse, the OG Shantae, and Risky's Revenge. And then rhythm games I got. Okay, this game right here, Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix, is one of my favorite games of all time. I love the Rhythm Heaven series, and this is like the definitive version of Rhythm Heaven. I remember, like, when this game came out, I've been waiting so long, because, like, it took over a year to come out in Japan and the US. So I just remember E3 2016, they were playing the game, and then they said that the game is, there's no release date, and then they said that the game is launching on the eShop as they were speaking, and I was like so excited. I was like jumping around like the original Bob Clampett Daffy Duck going, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo! And Harmonite, which is another game made by Pokemon devs, and there's actually a couple of Pokemon-themed stages that looks interesting. We got Miku, and then this game. I've yet to play this one, but I was told, I was looking for 3DS recommendations, and someone told me this is a great game. And then some art games. Flipnote Studio 3D. I had like so many memories of the Flipnote Studio as a kid with like Banana Phone and the Laser Collection and all that stuff. So I was like really excited, but unfortunately I got kind of artist block, and like there's no Hatena, so you can't look at other people's Flipnotes. But nonetheless, I have it. It was my Nintendo reward, like the Zelda P-Cross. And then Swap Doodle, which is an interesting little title. You unfortunately still had to pay for like all the art stuff, and I didn't end up getting everything, but I got a manageable amount. It's a neat little drawing tool. Disney Art Academy, which is another drawing game like the Pokemon one, except this time you draw Disney characters. I just remember like the first lesson you drew Mickey Mouse, but like they drew like the regular marketing traditional Mickey Mouse. So I changed it. I drew the Paul Rudish Mickey Mouse, which is the best version of him. And then Pixel Paint and Pixel Maker Studio, which are these like little sprite makers. I've made a couple of sprites of them. Like I made a sprite of my friend as a Gen 2 Pokemon NPC. And then Swapnote, which I have, like, obviously they discontinued it, but I have it. I'm not really sure what it does now, but, there it is. And then my other games, which are, like, games that don't really fit anywhere. Tomodachi Life, another one of my all-time favorites. Tomodachi Life is one of my favorite Mii games. Like, I love seeing, like, the Miis of, like, characters, like, and they, like, one of my friends from high school married Wacko from Animaniacs. Like, that's how bizarre this game is. And, like, the Mii characters' interactions, like, you could dress them up in little outfits. I really hope that they bring this game to Switch with Miitopia's wig and makeup options. Speaking of Miitopia, this is the 3DS version of Miitopia. I actually just started a new playthrough in this version. Like, my first playthrough has, like, people I don't really talk to anymore as the main characters, so I started a new version of it. Hey, Pikmin. I've never played a Pikmin game, but I got this one because I was, like, getting everything. I was getting, like, as much as I could before the eShop can shut down. Like, I'm not sure if... I don't think a lot of people like this one, but I think it's alright. It's fine. Ever Oasis, which is a game I started, but I didn't really get far into. I've heard, like, nothing but good things about it. So, I was thinking about getting it. Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright, which is another recommendation. This one I also haven't used. I haven't touched yet, but I might look into it in the future. Pick-a-Pix Color. I thought this was another art tool, but it's like a puzzle game. I got it because like right before the eShop shut down, all of the third parties were putting their games on sale for like $2, so I got like as much as I could. I wish I could say the same about Nintendo, but nope, they just chose not to. Here is RPG Maker Fez. Excuse me. And RPG Maker Fez Player. I got Player first because it was free, but then they put this on sale, so I got it. And then the two launch games, Face Raiders. This one I remember playing a lot. And, like, I ran out of people to make faces for, so I remember, like, making faces for, like, the Quaker Oats man. Like, I have a picture of the Quaker Oats man as a boss in this game. Chucky Finster would probably, like, shit his pants when he sees that. And the AR games, I think everyone lost the AR card. I actually ordered a new pack of these recently, but, like, AR games, I mostly just took photos of Kirby in them. And then Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, which I don't think I can really do much with because I unfortunately never bought all the games, but I heard that, like, it's a pretty interesting game. And then the DSi, where we got Face Pilot, we got Photo Dojo, Photo Clock, which is like a neat little, like, photo slideshow, and Bomberman Blitz and Panel Nippon Express. And then my, like, other retro games, the 3D Classics games, I'm upset that, like, they stopped making these. They just made Virtual Console. Like, games like Super Mario Bros. 3 would have looked great in these. I know Sega made these, but I unfortunately never got any of the Sega ones. Urban Champ, Twinbee, Xevious, and then here are the Virtual Console games. We got Ice Climber, Clu Clu Lands, Balloon Fight, Dig Dug, The Mysterious Mirasame Cat. This is like the only re-release of this game on in America. Like, they never put this on Nintendo Switch Online, so, like, I got it while I can. Adventures of Lolo, the Mega Man Legacy Collection. Other one that they put on sale. I got the NES and Game Boy versus Pac-Man. Tetris. This one was notably delisted because they lost the license to the Tetris name. But nonetheless, it was one of the first Virtual Console games I got off the eShop, and I play it. Mole Mania, which I started playing recently. It's an interesting little puzzle game. I like the music. Earthbound. Everyone knows Earthbound. This is a game that I started, but I could never really get that far in it. I might start playing it. I might stream it on Nintendo Switch Online, but these are just some badges. More Ambassador games. F-Zero Maximum Velocity and Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. I tried Fire Emblem with 3 Houses, but I am not good at it, and like, it's cool that I have this, but I kind of wish they would put Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. And here's the Sega 3D Classics Collection and Sonic on the Game Gear. And here's the original Rayman, the DSiWare port of the original Rayman, and then all of the Game & Watch DSiWare games. I got some demos. I got the Rhythm Heaven Megamix demo, Miitopia Casting, Detective Pikachu, Kirby Battle Royale, WarioWare. These like give you free Pokemon. These gave you free Pokemon. Like, this is where you get the Ash Greninja in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And then, like, miscellaneous, we got the save data transfer tool, the certificate you get if you're a 3DS ambassador, the Nintendo Video app. This was pretty cool. I remember using this back in the day. They had, like, Dinosaur Office, Shaun the Sheep video where he goes inside Mario. I don't remember anything this did. The health and safety. Did anyone actually use this? And then this is like a free video I found. And then obviously, like, the main apps, they're all Kirby badges. I got the camera, the Mii's, Street Pass, the activity. I look at the activity log a lot. Like, I just like to look back at all the stuff I played. And download, play, and system settings. I don't have the sound and the eShop because the eShop obviously shut down, and the sound, when I played the sound for the last time, it just stopped working and ejected my SD card, so I don't use that anymore. But anyway, that is my epic 3DS collection. I hope you all enjoyed it.